Today we celebrate the solemnity of the Transfiguration of our Lord. And our reading today comes from the Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus took with him Peter and James and his brother John and led him up a high mountain by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became dazzling white. Suddenly there appeared to them Moses and Elijah talking with him. Then Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you wish, I will make 3 tents here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." While he was still speaking, suddenly a bright cloud overshadowed them, and from the cloud a voice said, "This is my Son, the Beloved. With him I am well pleased. Listen to him." When the disciples heard this, they fell to the ground and were overcome by fear. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, "Get up and do not be afraid." And when they looked up, they saw no one except Jesus himself alone. As they were coming down the mountain, Jesus ordered them, "Tell no one about the vision until after the Son of Man has been raised from the dead." My friends, the gospel, the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today we celebrate the Feast of the Transfiguration, an event that's recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and referred to in our second reading in the letter to Peter. Today we hear Matthew's version, which doesn't really differ that much from the other two, except in some small details. To understand it, I think we need to look at the context. This event takes place after Jesus reveals for the 3rd time that he would be asked to suffer, that he would go to Jerusalem and be betrayed to the chief priests, to the civil authorities, be crucified, and died. This was a message that left the disciples very confused and also very depressed. Jesus takes them up to the mountain, and what we hear is referred to by theologians as a theophany, an experience of the divine. And in that experience, the disciples recognize that Jesus, together with Moses and with Elijah, symbolizing the prophets and the law, is for them the revelation of God. We hear in the words that come from the cloud, "This is my Son, the Beloved. Listen to him." And so today, as we celebrate this feast, let us ask for that grace to be able to open our hearts to hear what the Lord has to say to us, and to be able to share that good news with those that we meet, to share our faith that indeed Jesus is the revelation of God for Jesus' time and also for our